baby.
It's just be. That's just that. Ain't no more to say. So, unfortunately, when I was doing my initial review, my battery died. And I was like, okay, I'll just do it later on today. And yeah, so we here. You're gonna see me changing outfits. I'm not gonna look like this the whole way through. And it just is what it is. So I hope you enjoy. I know I'm late, but it is what it is. Love you guys. So we start off the whole episode with Sarah and Michael at therapy, and of course, you know, we left off where Michael had walked out when he found out that Sarah had legal full custody or emergency full custody of the girls. So I don't know, somehow, I don't know if producers talked to him, come back in, somebody didn't talk to Michael, or he even thought of another plan, and so he come back in and they continue that conversation, and the therapist explains to Michael what it actually means, because he was freaking out, because he's just like, how you get custody? I ain't get no papers, we can go to court. Because see, Michael's plan was go to court, but see, Sarah upped on him one again. So Michael just like, okay, I can kind of see how he's just like, okay, I'm gonna have to play her game until I can figure out, because he's so petty. Don't think that this is something that he about to just let go. Michael is extremely petty. Next thing we know, Sarah on the ground. Okay, she outside in the parking lot, she's sitting on the ground. And she's telling Michael, you know why I go to therapy, Michael? It's because of you. It's because of you I go to therapy. I don't know how to deal with you. And it's like, first of all, sis, you telling him this? Don't, like, wait, like, I hope you don't think he gonna feel some remorse. He could care less. Michael is, like, not about nobody but himself. Like, he could really care less. And you just keep bearing out your emotions. But if it makes her feel better and it feel good to get it out, then I'm for it. But yeah, because he had absolutely no emotion this whole scene, like, at all. But we'll get into that. So she is sitting on the ground. He walks away. He's just not even here for the conversation, really. He walks away. She follows him, of course. And then she's asking him, like, do you think I'm the worst person, Michael? Do you really think I'm the worst person? Looking for validation. She wants some type of validation out this man, and he know it, and he will not give it to her. He will not. He's just playing with Sarah. And I feel bad because Sarah is really giving her real emotion, and Michael is giving some synthetic shit. Like, was I the only one who was wondering why Sarah was on the ground? Am I really? Like, I was just like, sis, you didn't feel like standing up no more? Like, I'm just trying to figure out why you thought sitting on the parking lot ground was a good idea. Like, were you saving the parking spot for somebody? Like, I was just so confused by that. To be honest with you, the whole time Sarah was talking, I felt like she was just coming from a place of, like, disappointment and hurt. And Michael just looked like he was, like,
never gonna not want to have a civil relationship with you. And every time I try to speak to you, you turn your back. Why? Do you think that I'm the worst person in the world? Do you truly think that I'm the worst person in the world? Am I your enemy? Am I that? Do you really hate me that bad? Have I not at least done enough to deserve something? A relationship. Maybe we was never meant for that.
oh my god, I can't wait for this bitch to stop talking. Like, oh my god, please stop talking. Like, I don't give a damn about anything that you're talking about. I'm trying to figure out my next scheme and move. I don't even... Can I come see the kids? You? Yes. Tonight. Alone. like, let me just get used to, like, yes, bro. Like, can we just go, bro? Can we just go? Like, I ain't about to sit out here and have this conversation with you. Michael says him and Sarah have some type of special feeling that we just won't be able to understand. It's just something that he just can't shake. she really wants to move on and he really wants to move on too, and they can't stand each other, but you know, it's not even about the kids. There's something between them too. And I'm sitting here like, what? First of all, why you can't stand Sarah? Like, what did Sarah do to you, bro? Sarah didn't do nothing to you. You did shit to Sarah, but what did Sarah do to you that was just so bad to the point that you cannot stand Sarah? Sarah did not treat you like Angela treated Tony. So, and she did not treat you like Lacey treated Shane or Sean. Or Sean. So Michael says that he wants to come over, and Sarah's like, you know what? That's a good idea. That's a great idea. Go ahead. I ain't seen you in a minute too. Yeah. Get in the car. So Lamar comes in the room with Andrea, and he got his brother on the phone. He like, listen, I just want you to talk to my brother. Andrea pick up the phone, being mad rude. Honestly, if I was the brother, I would hate Andrea. I would be like, I hope these condoms break up y'all relationship. Like, I could see why the brother would not. Like, Andrea is always rude to the brother. Like, what excuses you to be so rude to him at all times? You went to his house, you was disrespectful as hell. He's trying to give you some information, tell you sorry, and you're rude as hell yet again. But he said that he did wear the jacket and that those was his condoms. And Andrea said the only thing that saves Lamar is that she has actually seen him wear that particular jacket. So that's the only reason why she kind of buying it, and she felt a little bit stupid. But she did not want to admit that she beat him up. He was like, you know, after you assaulted me, I did not insult you. Ew, girl. I'm telling you, I feel like if Lamar even flicked some water off his hands to Andrea, she would be on the phone with the police. Like, I feel like she's that type of female. Like, she can two-piece you, but if you even, like, act like you're gonna do something to her, she gonna do all the dramatics and act like she feared for her life. Baby, I'm telling you, Lamar, you just need to run from Dre. I know you probably trying to stay with her for the show, but maybe they might take you if you take somebody else, you know? Megan looked like she trying to hold on to her storyline so she could find a way to work. I think that's why we got that Lamar was all going in LA, now Andrea was in Utah. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think. So Andrea says, you know, 1 minute I feel fine and I'm totally okay and I believe him, and the next minute I don't. I'm sitting here like, bitch, that's a personal problem. Like, that's a person. It's nothing that he could do about that. That's you battling your own head. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you sound like Andrea at this point, girl. There's no more names I can call this woman. Like, it literally, like, nothing else. Like, Andrea is just acting like Andrea. Like.
You told me you wanted a divorce last night.
I did.
Do you feel that way today? You still feel like that?
I don't know. This isn't what it was when you was in prison.
How the hell I'm supposed to be out here like I'm in prison? What you want me to do? Sit inside a closet and write you letters?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm cool. My freedom of being off parole and I'm in another state, I think that it's kind of messing with her head a little bit because she don't have as much control. Like she just spoke on, when I was in jail, it was different. Of course it's different. I'm inside a cell.
So next up we have Tony and Angela. So Angela pulls up and Tony's already smoking his cigarette and in the driveway. And he's so excited to stop Angela, who's in the car smoking a cigarette. And at that moment, I was like, okay, Tony, don't tell me you and Angela bond is these damn cigarettes. Like, when did you start smoking cigarettes like Angela, bro? Like, y'all share the love of cigarettes? Okay. Moving forward. So Tony blindfolds Angela. She's like, don't make me fall. You know, she feeling real like giggly, you know what I'm saying? Because she's like, I don't know what's going on. Like, You know what I'm saying? But she's trying to still keep it together. But she's excited, and he picked out a dress for her, which didn't match his at all. And I was just like, well, if you was gonna pick her out an outfit, something cute, why you didn't make sure y'all matching shit? Y'all on TV. But, you know, the dress flattered Angela. It was cute. She put on her little heels, and Tony walked her outside in the backyard. And it was a nice setup of like a little restaurant. You know, it had like the little board, and it had some lights, and it had a little grill on the side. So he was making her some grilled steaks and cooking her this nice fancy meal. And I was just like, Tony is really trying to get his freedom back. Tony will go at any measures to get his freedom back and still be able to live with Angela, okay? But yeah, Angela knew, because she started crying. She was like, oh, wait, no, before we even get into that, girl, Tony killed me when he said, I did it all by myself. And she was like, really? You did it all by yourself? And he's like, I'm like, chop. Anyways, so they're sitting down, and Angela starts crying because now she's overwhelmed by all this beautifulness that he has put his whole afternoon and morning into. She's like, you know, Tony, okay, just don't mess it up, Tony. You can have your freedom back. Lara said it. Lara said it, Tony. You can have your freedom back. As if it's something that, like, you can give and take. Like, what? Okay. But anyway, she was like, now go over there and check on the steaks, because I don't want no burnt ass steak. Like, go over there and work on them steaks. So Tony is just like, you know, do you still want to have your beach wedding? And Angela's like, yeah. And he's like, let's do it. Let's do it as soon as possible. Let's do it ASAP. And Angela's like, okay, Tony. Okay. So now y'all talk about marriage. Now you don't care about prostitutes and shit? Like, what? You couldn't just... Angela. So anyways, you know, they end up going to the shop, and they start looking at flowers. And girl, Tony was very, I want an arch, and I want white flowers with yellow accents. And the lady at the counter was like, oh, okay, girl, he's really into this, huh? Is there a budget? Angela said, no, there's no budget. I'm paying for it. Girl, you and Cheryl are the only two I know who are literally, like, buying their own wedding. Like, y'all are literally buying your own wedding. You're buying your man. Like, there's no way, like, I'm gonna pay for the whole wedding and there's no budget. You already pay for Brett to sleep up in your house and smoke cigarettes for the free. He probably smoking your cigarettes, okay? You know what I mean? He's using your gas, your electricity. I'm sure all the clothes he wear, half of them you bought. Sis, live your best life. Angela feels like her friends are gonna feel like Tony is just using her. And if she didn't partially feel that, I feel like she wouldn't have said that. And she just feels like, you know, but she just really loves Tony. She really loves Tony. And Tony don't make it better when he do stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, spend the whole morning and afternoon to put together this nice fancy lunch and stuff. And because that makes it harder for the next dude to follow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not an average. Nobody's gonna build you, you know what I'm saying, a restaurant to go eat at, Angela. Because the dudes you mess with should have jobs where they don't go have sex with prostitutes for exchanges of hotel rooms, okay? So, like, please don't let this, or even the fact that he want to marry you so fast, don't let none of this be romantic. It's really not. It's really a part of the game, bro. And I'm starting to feel like, Angela, you know what's up. You just don't want to be alone, and you're enjoying the moments that you have together with Tony. That's my assumption. I hope so. I hope that's accurate, because, girl, that's what makes the most sense to me. I'm sorry. Moving on to Josh. Josh is working, and, you know, he takes a second to talk about him and Cheryl, and he said the one thing he missed about Cheryl was her loyalty And, you know, it's of course impossible to talk to somebody who ride for you so hard for 2 years and not develop any feelings. But he just felt like he was trapped, and it feels like a weight is lifted off his shoulder. He's just working more hours now. He got a promotion. He's living with his mom. He's saving money. He's trying to move so he can get his ankle monitor off. So I'm actually really proud of Josh. I wish Cheryl was doing what Josh is doing. And I think Cheryl is a little jealous of Josh because Josh is getting his shit together. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy. Like, he had a promotion, yo. Like, I'm give it up to Josh. Give it up to Josh. Like, really out here trying to do his thing. He ain't like John. It ain't like his daddy got some type of, you know, company that he go work for. No, he really out here going to get it himself. And I'm really proud of him. And it's like, Cheryl, you really messed that up. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong. Josh ain't the best person in the world. Like, I could tell he was playing mind games for sure with you. But at least he was bringing in some income and stuff, girl. Like, y'all could have actually made y'all little family work. But y'all just was too toxic for each other. Y'all needed to break up. And I hope you gain a little weight, Cheryl. If not, I'm giving away weight for free. So if you want some fat, girl, holla at me. I promise you. I won't charge you anything. Hell, it's voluntary for me, okay? If you want some, since I got enough to pass around. Matter of fact, I got enough for 2 or 3 people if y'all want some, okay? I'm giving away gut, arm, and side bra, okay? That's what I'm giving. Your kids are at the age when they need you around. And you could care less. It's very sad and very heartbreaking. And, you know, the dad was like, you know I put you through a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. I apologize, but I'm happy to see you get back on the right track, blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting here like, what did you do to her, daddy? Because you look a little off, too. Like, you know, I know we all talk about how crazy Cheryl is, but Cheryl got some trauma. That's why she went on drugs. What did you do to her? What did you do? Or what did you not do? Something ain't right with the whole family, okay? But I'm really sad for the kids. I'm really sad for the kids. And Cheryl said, you know, she's single for right now. She get a puppy, you know, until she find her another inmate. And I'm just like, okay, Cheryl learned absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But okay, I guess we'll see her on future seasons. So we move over to Clint and Tracie. And one thing I will give a compliment first. I'll say something nice. Clint's house does not look like an Airbnb. Okay? Clint is one of the few cast members who look like he does not stay in Airbnb. The way that there was thumbtacks and stuff all on the walls and stuff, I feel like that's just legitly Clint's house. Like, I feel like that's his, okay? So that's my compliment that I have for Clint. Yeah. So at this point, Tracie has been missing for 2 days, and she finally called Clint back. And she's like, Clint, do you really want me to go to rehab? Clint kind of dancing around it. Well, I do, but you know my stance on this. You know my stance on this. And she's like, you already stabbed everybody else's back but mine, Clint. And he like, listen, I want to fight. If you want to fight, just go ahead, hang up now. Because Clint looked like he is stressed the hell out. And you sitting up here talking about, oh, you got everybody else's back. Girl, what are you talking about, Tracie? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Clint says you only have one goddess. And Tracie is Clint's goddess. Tracie on the phone, and she's just like, can Blank come over there and pick up the dope? And he like, no. And she like, well, I already told her that you was going to give it to her or whatever. And it's in the drawer. And I feel like at this moment, I feel like the reason why Clint was so like stressed out and all this other stuff was because cameras are around. And you just got out of jail for drugs. And now you're saying on TV that the drugs are in the drawer. You ain't supposed to be around no drugs. Clint for sure looking like an enabler. Like, it was just a messed up situation. And then for you to be on TV talking about, go get the dope now, son of a bitch. I'm telling y'all, bruh. Like, they gave me Bride and Chucky vibes. I'm telling you. Like, this shit was not okay, but it's funny. Let me tell you something. All these people who, and this is not, okay, I'm not trying to justify anything at all, right? But all these people out here like, oh, I just feel so bad watching Clint and Tracie. Oh my God, this is just so terrible. Listen, Tracie is an addict. Like, she's an addict, bro. She been an addict. She been in and out of jail. Like, this is just who she is. Clint is on some shit too. Like, but because, like, I just don't feel sorry for them. They're making decisions. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's unfortunate, but this is reality. Literally. Like, if we ever seen reality TV, this is reality TV. Like, you know what I mean? But I just don't believe Clint at all. I don't believe him. I think he putting on for the cameras too, because when we are at the scene where he talking to his mom, he's like, I didn't know the drugs were in the house, and she's like, Clint, you know, blah, blah, blah. Well, mama's stupid facts. Let me not even do that, because mama was like, listen, she ain't caused you no joy, no happiness. Your life has not been better since she been in it, period. He's like, well, and he was like, the beginning. She was like, yeah, but after that, Clint, what else? Like, I don't have time for you, because the day after you met her, you calling me talking about she was on some motherfucking crack, okay? I don't have time for you, Clint. But when Clint said he didn't feel safe and he wanted to stay at her house, his whole face changed. His whole demeanor changed. I really just feel like we're not getting the real Clint. I don't think he is as slow as he appears to be. I'm just not sure. I feel like it's more to the story, but definitely Tracie is an addict. You know what I'm saying? They definitely don't need to be together. But Clint has said some eyebrow rising stuff. And just because Tracie is an addict, we are just so focused on that we can't really focus on Clint, because there's more than the dirt under his nails. So part of the reason I feel like Clint even wanted to leave was because he flushed some drugs down the toilet and he didn't want nobody to come looking for him or asking him about him or anything of that sort. I think he was a little bit over it. Hell, he might even been scared to actually stay home by himself that night. It's an unfortunate situation. It really is. And the mama tried to warn Clint, you gonna get this girl $5,000 and you ain't gonna see it again. And he was like, I never thought anybody would pick jail over rehab. An addict. An addict will. Yes, baby. But like I said in my last video, I said I want Clint to take this as a lesson and not just something that happened. And, you know, according to the speech he gave us on the show, he seems to have realized that this was a lesson. But we gonna see, child. We gonna see. So next, moving on to Brittany and Marcelino. So Brittany is reading a book to her son, and Gio whispers over, and he's like, I don't think Daddy likes Doodle. And she was like, no, Daddy likes Doodle, baby. No, he does. And I was like, no, he don't. You know he don't like this goddamn dog because his ass is complaining about money. And it's messed up because, you know, the boy shouldn't have to feel that way, you know, because it's a damn pet and you got kids. But you mad about something else, which we will get into in a second. But anyway, she said, no, Daddy not mad about Doodle. So she keep reading the book, and then Marcelino's cousin calls her cell phone. Marcelino's cousin calls her cell phone. Why? Why? Looking for Marcelino. Did Marcelino not answer or something? Like, I was just, I don't know. I was reading the comments and everyone kind of felt like this scene looked staged. It did give me a little bit of a stage vibe. And Brittany don't need this stress. She's pregnant, okay? She's going through a lot already. She don't need this extra BS. So fast forward, we go to Marcelino. And we see when he got to the girl's house or whatever. She's like, oh, Marcelino, do you want a drink? And she want her money up front. Marcelino is coming to her to kind of be like a poker teacher, right? And she's trying to let him know, like, hey, Marcelino, you suck. You suck at poker. Like, you're a liar. Like, you think that you're this fantastic liar. You lie in poker. You're lying to your wife. You're lying to yourself. You're just lying. He's like, well, you know, yeah, all poker players lie. And it's like, I'm starting to look at Marcelino even more with the side eye because the whole time he in the scene with this poker player, and he, you know, he said that whole like line about him lying, and that made me feel like that's why you like poker, because you could fake it till you make it. You could just lie your way to getting some money, and you think that you're so good at it that you're willing to take money every month that you cannot put back in your family's account, and you over here trying to dictate somebody else going to look for their children and putting resources and looking for their children compared to your damn poker habit. Then for us to now find out that you suck, it was like, then why did you not get a real job? Like, flashback to him at that job interview, you have no real skills, like, and you expect top dollar pay. It's not adding up. Let it make sense, because it's not making sense to me. Marcelino, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, I'm not understanding. You saying you a family man, this and that, but you're not making sure that the family got the money. You're lying. You're not even being upfront. At least let Brittany know what the hell going on so y'all can work through this together so that y'all don't hit rock bottom. Because, like I said last video, it's a deal breaker to be messed with the money. But Brittany also too, like, I understand, like, Brittany just got out of jail and she got babies. She don't really know about all the financial stuff. And like she said, Marcelino has proven to her to be trustworthy up to this point. You know what I'm saying? So she really is in the blind with this. But I think, ladies, like, we can't be in the blind when it comes to finances. Like, you don't want to be in this situation, and the next thing you know, you got an eviction notice on your door. You just don't. You want to know what's going on. You want to be involved because it affects your life and your children's lives as well. You know what I mean? So it's a very good eye-opening situation. I'm happy he wasn't cheating. But I don't know, this is kind of worse. This is kind of worse. Because, like, you talk about the wrong time. She pregnant right now. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you better get a hold of this. Then you paying this lady $100 to hear that you suck? You left your family to go drive to this lady's house to hear that you suck and barely get any good, like, poker tips. Marcelino, like I said, make it make sense. So next we have Lacey and, ooh girl, I was about to call him John. Shane. Lacey and Shane. So Lacey's still mad as hell about the information that Shane gave her. I truly don't believe that she's really irritated. I think she's just putting on and using this as an excuse to do whatever plan that she plans on getting back on Shane with, because you know Lacey petty too. So Lacey come outside, come on kids, get on the house. She didn't say hi to Shane, she didn't look at Shane, she didn't give a fuck about Shane. She turned her ass back around, she took the kids in the house. So the dad and Shane are outside and they're put together a trampoline. And the dad, he wants to tell Shane so bad. Like, he feel bad for Shane. Like, because but first he asked me, like, bro, I heard, you know, you cheated on my daughter. And, you know, Shane was like, yeah, and I regret it. I'm happy with her. It's something that I'm going to have to live with for the rest of my life. Like, you know. And the dad was like, well, he gave him a little bit of tea. He was like, I know my daughter, and, you know, she normally lashes out when she gets upset, and she's pretty upset. Shane's not picking up what Pops is putting down at all. Like, Shane is still putting together the trampoline. He probably still feeling guilt even as the dad is talking. I don't think he really is comprehending anything that Pops was saying. And meanwhile, while they're out there having a talk, Lacey's like, I don't believe anything that Shane is doing. I think it's all fake, and he's only trying to be good with my dad because my dad hates Sean, and he knows that, but I'm not buying it. Meanwhile, your married ass get on FaceTime with your ex-boyfriend / Dolphin. Oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't call him a Dolphin. That's pretty mean. But, I mean, shit, that's what the narrative they put on here for her, that you was an addict. What's the difference between an addict and a Dolphin?